Hey, what is up guys? GuitarRock here. Welcome back to another CounterSide video. Global server. Alright, just make sure to be clear what we're talking about. So global is having a patch notes tomorrow. As you can see, we're gonna have a new counter pass. The current one is finishing soon. It's ending soon, 16 hours left. Right, so let's talk about what is happening in global server. For those of you who are not aware, I sort of like took a break from C server a little bit. Because I've gotten busy with a lot of other games. Recently playing Black Clover Mobile as well. So just playing one server and focusing on global for the time being. Now let's talk a little bit about what is happening in terms of the global patch notes. But first things first, as always, there's always going to be coupon codes every single week as far as I'm aware. So make sure you guys follow their official Twitter or x.com page. This week's coupon code is going to be Winter Wonderland. Usually it does give a decent chunk of rewards. Have I used this particular one? I might have already. Okay, let's see, what do we get? So you get 1000 gauntlet points. Not bad, not gems, not black tickets, but it's like gauntlet points, which can be used to purchase those things that I mentioned, right? It's just but if you farm every single day and you play actively, that's not going to be that big of a deal. So let's talk about the patch notes. What is happening alongside with this new character, which is going to be Lenor. Alright. So we're gonna have the regular maintenance compensation. So as you can see, new event, team relay event. So this is the usual one of the Awakened Seoyun versus Nael. Blue team versus red team. Again, usually blue team tends to win, so I'm just gonna pick Awakened Seoyun for the better rewards anyways. But hey, we'll see this time around if that's going to be anything different. I wonder if you can switch your team halfway, right? So participation method, so you can complete the race, earn the sneakers. As you can see, these are going to be what you are going to need throughout in the event for the punch day in. Select the team you want to root for the sneakers you earn, so you can choose blue team or red team. I'm more of a team Seoyun right here, right? Root for your team with sneakers. Looks like they selected red team. So check the result on the day after you receive your result, so you will only know it the next day. Alright, so one day after. You can enter the team relay via the lobby banner. You can only select one team using a maximum of 500 sneakers per day. Alright, so keep that in mind. Only one team, so if you choose red, you cannot choose blue. Okay, just some kids screaming. Based on the number of speakers used on each team, the reward multiplier will change. Alright, keep in mind. As you can see, you will be able to check the results, and then if you have participated in the match the day before, you can reward the match via previous race replay. Alright, so the match will not proceed after December 26th. That's going to be after Christmas. Alright, so hopefully early Merry Christmas to all of you, right? And you cannot select the team and use the sneakers on the match. So you can exchange various items for the team relay event shop. So this is going to be a slightly different, I believe, event. I believe this is the first time this has occurred. The previous one, I believe there's something similar, but that's going to be a different one altogether. As you can see, we are getting a new title. There's quartz. It says weekly right here, 5 out of 5. So that's going to be a little bit different. There's elite gear materials, there's credits, there are infos, there are operator strategy data. Okay, so notice all of the rewards here. It says purchase count 1 out of 1, this one purchase count 20 out of 20, this one purchase count 20 out of 20. That means you can only buy this once, I assume, except for the quartz, which apparently is weekly. That means this event is going to last for 13 days, right? So that means you will be able to buy 150 times 5 is 750, if my math right. That means you'll be getting it per week, 750 quartz per week. Okay, so that's going to be interesting, and then credits is unlimited, obviously. Alright, so alongside with that, Winter Capital Point event. Now this is going to be very, very important. Why is that? So because there's this particular item right here, the Pure Possibilities. Now what is so special about the Pure Possibilities? This thing, as far as I know, you can't really farm them. Alright, so if you want to obtain this particular thing, it has to be based upon events, based upon logins, and this is what you need to be able to tactical update some of your characters, right? So there's plenty of characters that have since been updated. Very, very important. So this should be your priority. Buy that whenever you can. Alright, so the Winter Capital Point event is going to give you that particular one. The rest, it really depends on what you need. Personally, the relic gear, all of this can be obtained from the raid season, right? You do get that from doing your raids every single season regularly. As you can see, you go to the exploration rate status, you can see right here you are able to get this in the plaque exchange, right? So later on in some of the end of the rewards, it's still pretty good though, right? That you get some of the selector here in this particular event shop. But it's not as rare as the pure possibilities. Those things are going to be rarer. And of course, the set binaries to improve your gears, etc. Now, those are the one that I believe this one and this one should be a priority generally. And the rest, depends on which one you need first. Now, alongside with that, counter case update. Delta 7 Pathfinder, Zhu Xiyong, and Karin Wang. And then this means you will be able to obtain one of their exclusive gear, usually from this particular counter case updates, right? That's pretty good. New counter pass is going to be begin for LENORE. I'm just going to pronounce it as LENORE. I'm not sure if the E is silent or not. LENORE. So what is she all about? She's a 4-cost striker. We're going to look at her ability shortly, but she is going to be one of the more interesting strikers per se. Very interesting concept, very interesting design, as you can see. I do think she is going to be one of the better strikers that we have had in a while. Although 4-cost striker, that means she's going to be quite expensive, right? I would rather use Rearm Esterosa or Rearm Orca at that point if it's a 4-cost non-awakened or just a regular SSR character. But yeah, she's going to be... Damn, that's some cool chibi right there. Very interesting design. So she's exclusively in the counter pass, and then after the counter pass, she will be available in the standard banner. Now, alongside with that, challenge stage for the Alt Squad is here. This is going to be very interesting. As you can see, we got all of these, right? Very cool if you are farming Xiaoyun 1 and Kim So-bin 1. I mean Xiaolin. Did I say Xiaoyun? Xiaolin and Kim So-bin. Xiaolin and Kim So-bin, these two are the best ones. One of the best ones, ideally for Xiaolin, crit damage, attack speed, depending on which one you get, those two are very good. As for Kim So-bin, go with attack. Alright, she is going to be very good in that particular, specific gear. If you can get that, that's going to be very good. Flashback scenes for Carnival, alongside with a bunch of other things. Okay, let's see. Returning employees, banners. We have Casey Beans, one of the best character, one of the best defenders still, if you rearm her. She competes with rearm Alex for sure. Like I mentioned, you don't really need both. I've mentioned this in one of my previous videos before. If you already own rearm Alex, then don't worry about it. Alright, you can skip out on rearm Casey Beans. So you just need one of the two. You can get both, obviously. Generally, I do encourage that, but only if you have the resources, right? But yeah, she's going to be one of the character, alongside with Rafaela, Jury, the Evil Chaser, and Goliath right here as well. So you can see operator with the following employees will be added to the standard banner. So we have Vivian added, and then Noel, right, Laika, and Felicet. These three will be added to the regular banners. And Kim Hana special bonus will give you all of these, 30 of the gold binary tunings at the end of the 7th day. Okay, so those are the bug fixes. These are the things that they are adding, improvements and changes. So let's talk about Lenore. What is she all about? So if you guys are not aware, Lenore is going to be a very interesting character, 4-cost striker. Now her basic attack, as you can see, she deals AoE damage in front, alright, and she consumes 1 deceive stack to perform a barrier removing counter attack. So she has the ability to remove barrier. Number 1, that's pretty cool. Number 2, her passive skill, alright, she can detect stealth units after receiving 15 hits. Obtain 1 stack of deceive, okay, which increases her evasion by 50%. Alright, so max 4 stacks and uncancelable. So she's also able to increase her own evasion. All of her attack inflicts 1 stack of sentence. And what does this do? Sentence basically means that the defense of the enemy reduced by 5%. Okay, so at the 4 sentence stacks, she does this thing called execution, but this doesn't work on bosses. Alright, execution is a very cool debuff that can reduce enemies' defense by 20% after you get 4 stacks of sentence. However, it doesn't work on bosses, dealing 15% of current HP as damage. Now again, seems really broken. HP scaling attack usually quite strong. Too bad it doesn't work on bosses, or else it'll be too good, right? Enemies with execution does not accumulate sentence. Okay, keep that in mind. She also recovers 1 deployment resource if there are no other units present on the field. So if you use her as the first striker, you get back 1 cost. That means like she's going to be a 3-cost unit as opposed to a 4-cost unit. Actually, pretty decent, right? If you think about it, that's actually a pretty decent advantage right there. Negates damage upon receiving hit stun from special skills and stabs the mechanical arm, dealing AoE damage in front and knocking enemies down, right? And also she obtains 2 stacks of deceive after casting her skill. So basically she is able to like negates the damage and counter the enemy by doing this. Similar to Zhu Xiyun, I guess. She is able to, yeah, this is kind of cool that she can, you know, interrupt enemy special skills. That's always very, very good. Scratches forward while invisible and knocks enemies back on the final hit on the ultimate skill. Can also remove barrier and grants Lenor Surefire for 15 seconds after casting. So this is going to be on her ultimate skill specifically. And obtains 4 stacks of deceive after casting the skill. So she is going to be a very unique unit. Alright, she's able to detect stealth units. She has high evasion. She can decrease defense for the enemies, right? Not too bad. Lots of things for sure, right? If you think about it, she is going to be pretty insane that she can do all of these small minor things, but I don't think she's a must-have. She doesn't shine particularly everywhere, or in raid bosses, sure, maybe you can use her because defense reduction, but we already have plenty of units, right? Recently, the current counterparts as well with the, what's her name again? For the current counterparts, the character also have something similar, but I think hers is like damage amplification, right? So it really depends on what you are trying to achieve, but in most cases, you know, all of these roles have already been filled by other units before. So it's still kind of decent if you are trying to obtain the counterpass, right? Definitely still one of the better values for sure. But overall, you know, she's not a must-have. You can also wait later on once she's added to the standard banner, etc. But yeah, that's going to be pretty much it for the CounterSide patch this week. Let me know what you guys think of CounterSide moving into 2023, 2024 soon, right? This is going to be the last month of this year. Let me know if you guys are still playing. Do you guys plan to play this moving into 2024? You know, moving forward, are you guys sticking to this game? Let me know in the comment section below. As always, subscribe, give this video a like. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a nice day. Goodbye.